I got involved some time ago because Clive Stafford Smith forwarded me a letter that Shaker Aamer had written from Guantanamo Bay, where he quoted a few of my lyrics from a song called Hey You. And so I wrote him a letter and made a little video and posted it. And I've been following the case quite closely ever since. So that's why I'm here outside the US Embassy today to join in this protest that this resident of our capital city has been incarcerated in Guantanamo Bay for the last 13 years with no trial, never having been accused of anything, which is something that I, as an Englishman, am fundamentally opposed to, believing as I do in the rule of law and Magna Carta from all those years ago being something very close to my heart. And also I might mention that both my father and my grandfather died. My grandfather in the First World War, my father in the Second World War, fighting for all the things that English people inherently believe in. And so to find ourselves involved in any way at all with these kind of actions, like the incarceration of people for many, many years, with no explanation at all, is deeply disturbing. And on your program earlier today, I saw...
oh, no, please continue, sorry.
You spoke in my ear there. Keep going. Okay, I was watching Sky earlier today, and I saw the two boys who were very movingly talking about their father. One of them's 15 years old and who remembers him just, and the other one has never met his father. And the thing that concerned them most, these two young men, is that they can't get answers to the questions that they desperately need answering, which is, why is their father locked up? What is the reason? So it's this state of secrecy that we're all beginning to slowly not get used to, but increasingly abhor, which is one of the things that upsets me the most. I could go on, and I will if you give me the time and the space. But
Shaker Aamer has
the main thing is that Shaker Aamer be restored.
I was just going to say, Shaker Aamer has been cleared for release twice under two different administrations of US government, yet he is still there. You've called this case a national disgrace. We did see David Cameron with Barack Obama last month in the United States. He was pressing for Shaker Aamer's case to be given priority, yet we've been hearing from the US Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, who said the file hasn't even been on his desk yet.
Yeah, I saw that, Chuck Hagel. I saw that earlier today, which is absolutely an abomination. I also saw earlier today some chap, I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but I can't remember his name. He sounded as if he'd been to a British public school at some point in his past. And he seemed to be espousing the notion that these are difficult times and that we're fighting a war on terror, and in consequence Magna Carta and the right that all human beings should have to a fair trial in front of a jury of their peers is no longer something that we can apply, and that the powers that be must know things that are frightfully important that we don't know because we are only the people. And don't need to know the details of what is going on behind the scenes. But in consequence, the rule of law can be tossed out of the window, and people like Shaker Aamer can be left to rot in some prison cells somewhere without anybody even being allowed to ask the question, why? What is it that this man has done, apart from having the wrong-sounding name and being in the wrong place at the wrong time? I think it's absolutely disgusting, as is obvious, otherwise I wouldn't be standing here in the cold and the rain outside the American Embassy on this Friday afternoon.
Well, you have written to Shaker Aamer, and we were hearing from his sons before that they get the occasional Skype call with their father. That's all the contact they have, and you are close to Shaker Aamer's lawyer. He's been there 13 years now as a detainee. Mentally and physically, that must have taken a toll on him. What do you know about his state at the moment?
I don't think it's possible for any of us who have not been incarcerated, tortured, locked up in solitary confinement, beaten, handcuffed, blindfolded, chained, made to kneel, confronted with the absolute disdain of your guards for 13 years. For me to even begin to imagine what it must be like to be a prisoner in Guantanamo is impossible. So I wouldn't even be prepared to do it. What I do know, though, is this. This pervasive political atmosphere within which we all live. I live in the United States of America now, so I saw Dick Cheney interviewed on Meet the Press about a month ago, and when he was confronted with the fact that one of the detainees held by the CIA and tortured after 9/11 died under torture. They tortured this man to death. And Dick Cheney went, so what? You know, we live in difficult times, so we kill a few innocent people. You know, that's tough. Them's the breaks. But this neocon philosophy is something that all right-minded people all over the world need to fight with every ounce of humanity that they have in their bodies, because it could easily be the death of us all, not just Shaker Aamer and all those others who are being so abominably treated, but the rest of us. It is absolutely essential that we start talking to each other, that we disavow ourselves from this us and them mentality where we're the good guys and they're the bad guys. We have to start speaking to one another across the walls that exist between over national boundaries and also ideological and religious boundaries as well. Talk is the only thing which will help us. Locking people up and hooding them and behaving as if we were part of the Spanish Inquisition is not something that is going to help us to a better future for our children and their children in the many years that we hope we all have to come.
OK, Roger Waters, thank you very much.
I didn't mean to preach.
No, thank you very much for talking to us here on Sky News, passionately representing your part in We Stand with Shaker, the protest taking place outside the American Embassy today. Roger Waters, musician, thank you.